In this video, we are going to make sense of functions, their domains, their ranges, and how all of that shows up on a graph. Think of a function like a machine. You put a number in, the machine follows a rule, and you get exactly one number out. If you pour in a 3 and always get out a 10, that is fine. If you pour in a 3 and sometimes get a 10 and sometimes get a 2, that is not a function. The inputs that are allowed to go into the machine are called the domain. The possible outputs that come out are called the range. Here is a simple example. Imagine a function f that takes a number x and doubles it, then adds 3. We write this as f of x equals 2x plus 3. You can pick any number you like for x. Negative numbers, 0, big numbers, small numbers. So the domain is all real numbers. When you plug in those numbers, you get outputs like 1, 3, 7, and so on. Those outputs together form the range. Sometimes the domain is not all numbers. If a function divides by x, then x cannot be 0 because dividing by 0 does not make sense. If a function uses a square root, then in basic real number math, you cannot take the square root of a negative number. So those inputs are not in the domain. Now let us connect this to graphs. On a graph, the horizontal axis shows the input, x. The vertical axis shows the output, often written as y, or f of x. Every point on the graph has coordinates, x, y. That means input x produces output y. If a value is not in the domain, you will not see any point above that x value. If a number is not in the range, you will not see any point at that height on the graph. A quick check for whether a graph represents a function is the vertical line test. If any vertical line touches the graph more than once, then one input has more than one output, so it is not a function. So, to recap, a function is a rule that gives exactly one output for each input. The domain is all allowed inputs. The range is all possible outputs. And a graph is a picture that shows how inputs and outputs are connected. If you want to turn your own math ideas into clear animated explainers like this one, visit vidfactory.ai and create your own explainer videos effortlessly.